Hi. Hello. Welcome again. How long has it been? So, the thing is that I actually recorded an audio like a few days ago, maybe a week ago or something, but I haven't uploaded it. So, back here. Let me see. But yeah, hope you're doing well. Hope everything is fine. Um, oh, I just saw a new channel called ASMR Briar. Oh my goodness. Uh, I need to check this out. Okay, that's just stupid. Anyways, Australian. This person seems to be Australian. But anyways, let's see what my. I'll put one of these videos to save later, watch later. Um, I wasn't expecting to see. Usually, I just search my name on YouTube and just find. I just find my channel easily. So I was actually uh, expecting to be met with a different channel that's with the same name. But yeah, anyways, I have also like changed a lot from my channel in the sense like I've changed the name and everything to remove anything that I made earlier. Everything now is like more or less safe for work. 2 months ago. Okay, last audio was 2 months ago. Oh goodness. 30 August. And what is this? This is like August, September, October, November. So yeah, 2 months basically. Hi. Hope you're doing well. I actually paused recording for a second just to check if the audio is good. Seems to be alright. Okay. No more finicking with the audio. Should be fine. I'll fix it in post, as they say. How are you? I have been listening to sad music a lot. I will share my playlist with you guys. I made a new playlist. It's called Ouch Ouch Ouch. I'll read out all the songs that are there. I might like remove some of them, but as of now, some of them are Sophia, but it's a cover by Rienari. Another cover of Sweater Weather by her. Then there is A Real Hero by College and Electric Youth. The cover of Just the Two of Us by Lucy Ellis. Subway Song by Juliana Zachariou. A cover of Sleeping at Last, Atlas 2 by Mirabelle GN. Rachel and Winray, Do Friends Fall in Love? Elios, Trick of the Moon. Save Me, One and Wise Up by Amy Munn. Take Me to Church cover by Anna Pansu. And another cover of Take Me to Church by Mia Perrin. Might remove one of these. Might also remove one of the top ones. Watch and Want You Back by Maisie Peters. Another cover of Just the Two of Us by Len Paka and two more, it says. There's this new feature in YouTube where you can put like more than one. So Len Paka is the main one, and then there are two more people where you can put more than one people as uploader of a video. It's a Russian cover, so you can't I can't tell but it's a beautiful cover. Tongue Tied by Group Love. Better Days by Naked and May Muller, but it's a no rap version, so it's just a solo version. There's no rap in it. Make Your Own Kind of Music by Cass Elliot. Hot Together by The Pointer Sisters. Mother's Arms Tonight. She Plays Bass by Beeper Doobie. I Do Adore by Bindi Gledhill. Baby I'm Yours by Breakbot. Coffee by also Bida Doobie. Another cover of Snowman by Rainary. Don't Forget from Deltarune by. I wanna see the name of the singer. Just a second. Just a second. I'm playing the video without audio, but the song name should be. I'm sorry, this is gonna be just silence for like a few seconds. Sadly. Laura. Oh my god. Laura Shigihara. So don't forget, from Deltarune by Laura Shigihara. I'll have to say swear words, so I apologize in advance. Analog by Folk Bitch Trio. Uwu and Dear Old Friend by Chevy, Chevy. And finally, this is recommended by my friend, I Will by Mitski, which I have been just playing on repeat constantly. So yeah, this is my playlist. I have been in the SCP Discord server, and I have been talking to people there. I wanted to write a SCP for a while now, and I joined the Discord. We have been talking a lot, and just a second. Yeah, so I have been wanting to write SCP. SCP Discord I've joined, and they have been really kind. They have been guiding me what to do. They have been giving critique and stuff. So I've been slowly going through it. It's kind of scary, but it is quite nice. And I've been giving crit, and people have been complimenting me. If you don't mind, I'll read some of the compliments. Because, okay. So one person wrote, right, thanks for the lengthy response and explaining everything in a way that makes sense. I'm putting this on hold, but keeping the thread open to work on something else. It will definitely give me something to think about when I get back around to this idea. Let me see if I have given any more. Oh yeah, so I also love that. I'm usually like a really long text writer. Like I just write so much in text, and people here are writers, and they're looking specifically for that, for people to just write a lot. So this is like the perfect, puzzle piece sort of like fitting, because I can just write as much as I want, and all these people are just happy about it. This person also wrote a lot, but I will just read like a little bit of it. So this is just responding to one of my ideas. But I love that and I think that will be the way the article goes, because this allows for so much more to happen during the investigation to help push more clues for both the anomaly and background, especially genuinely giving me so many ideas. So yeah, it has been really nice, and I'm really happy, basically. Now, I was thinking, with most of my friends and stuff, I've been usually, not just friends, but even like, romantic stuff. I've been usually the yearner, right? The person who likes the other person, right? I have never been in a position where I have been the person who is chosen. In any case, really, it happens in sports as well. I don't really talk about my physics that much, but I am like pretty slender. I am really strong, I will say, because I don't know. I was so kabaddi is a sport in India. It's spelled KABBADI. It is a physical sport, like full body contact sport. I was really good at it. I was like the second, third best in our school. I was the second, third best school. I meant like my class, but you could extend like top 5 in school as well. I was basically the second best in our class in judo, and the only second or third best, and the only people I lost to were above my weight class. So basically in my weight class I was the best in judo in my class as well. I didn't go to nationals, but that was only because my mother was like, you need to study. But we didn't know at the time that I would have gone to nationals if I continued. So I'm pretty strong physically, but I am someone who looks not that strong. So I would get picked last. In any group project, I would get picked last. In college, any group project, I would get picked last. Even in school, where I was like a very studious person. I wasn't studious per se, but I was very smart in the sense like not, you know, inherently smart or anything, but like I studied beforehand, so I knew the subjects and stuff in that sense. But I would still get picked last, and I'm not fully sure why. I guess because I never came across as any of these things. Uh, and when it comes to like, you know, romantic anything, like even as a friend, even if you set aside romance or like, you know, those sort of things, it's like I am usually the person to approach people to be friends. I'm thinking right now, right? One of my friends approached me, and that felt really good. And we continued to be friends for a while, but we have fallen off since. Uh, Other than that, I am usually the person who is always pursuing to keep the friendship going and approach the other person, even though I'm pretty nervous, especially if it's girls that I have to approach. I'm not per se afraid of talking to girls or anything. I think if we talk, I am very comfortable with it. I'm more comfortable with talking to girls than boys. But I think what does make me nervous is approaching someone and thinking they don't want to talk to me at all. What if I'm disturbing them, or what if I'm bothering them, or what if they can't say no? So I just I'm like, should I even approach? Is it even worth it? Would they even want to be approached? All of this is leading up to something, by the way. But I am not really a person who gets approached or who gets picked or who gets priority in someone. I've been taken care of. Don't get me wrong. I have friends who care for me. I have friends who make me feel cared for. But it's never been that I've been someone's top priority, and I would like to experience that once. Come to think of it, my last study was exactly about this as well. But I would like to experience that once. How it feels to be someone's priority. How it feels to be, you know, important. Because I was thinking, you know, I have friends, but as friends, we have like, you know, it's more like we have our lives and then we intersect with each other at certain points. And in those intersections, we pass, you know, our care to each other. But there aren't any friends who are, you know, willing to go through life itself with you, which I would like to experience once. Someone choosing to do that, because as I've said before, like I've never been in a relationship, so it is, and you know, I get like the point of being in it. I definitely like understand that that's not everything in life, and also that there is certainly like some sort of stigma or stereotype or something that, oh my god, I'm like 23, I still haven't been in a relationship. Like some of it is playing role for sure. But I swear to god, last night when I was like in my bed just sleeping, I need to talk one more thing about my bed. But when I was sleeping, all I could imagine was what it would be for someone to, you know, put me in front of something that they are doing, just so I can say no, just so I can say no, it's fine, I can wait for you. Like, you do your thing, I'll be here. You don't need to worry about me going on anything. It was not even like anything romance related or anything, you know, any relationship related thing. It's just right now none of my friends are, you know, for one reason or the other, full time available to me. Some of them are not here, some of them are not as close, some of them were close and not are anymore. Some of them I just don't connect to as much. So when I do find someone like that, I do get pretty gravitated towards them, which is not a good thing necessarily because I need to have some control over that. But I don't want to like meet someone very new and just bombard them with text. I also don't want to not do that because that is me. uh, I do want to show that this is the kind of person you're choosing to be friends with, so that they don't get like surprised later on that, oh my god, you text so much. But I think there's a balance, right? Okay, about my bed. So 2 days ago, I was sleeping in my. Okay, the first thing is that we had to move apartments. The reason we had to move apartments is very funny. So we used to live in a PG, basically. So one room. I'll try to create a mental picture for you. It's a one room. Maybe like you can cross the room in 4 steps. So it's basically a 4 step by 4 step square of a room. 2 beds in that room. So it's a very small room, already very cramped. There are 2 almirahs as well, even more cramped. And there's a lot of stuff inside, like my stuff, my roommate stuff. My roommate is my college friend of 4 years, now 5 going. And there is a washroom attached to that room. Now, with all this, it's a pretty cheap place, but it's not as good. And it's also really inside like a gully, we call it in Hindi. I don't know what it's in, like in a narrow sort of street, basically. So from there, we had to walk to our office, and it's pretty dirty as well. India in general is not a very clean place, but it was in a particularly dirty place as well. So we suddenly one day got told that we need to move, and we have a 30-day contract thing. So we are like, why do we need to move? And they are like, so the owner of this place is basically bringing some company people here. So if we want to, we want it, they will give us a different room in somewhere else, but we have to move in like 2 days. We're like, 2 days is really, really not any time at all, but we don't have any choice. So they show us a different room, which is quite nice actually. And they're like, you can live here on the same rent. It's a slightly expensive place. We're like, fine. So we take all of our stuff, and we have a lot of stuff, and it takes a lot of effort, but we do end up moving in a few days. Fine. After moving, we are like, okay, since we have like all of our stuff packed and the place we were living in isn't that good anyways, let us find a new place. So we start searching, and we very quickly actually find a new place. So we decide to move there. But what we didn't do is tell them that we are moving, because we assumed that they actually told us in the beginning that if you want to move somewhere else, you can. So I was like, okay, I guess we don't need to tell them. My roommate was like, we probably need to tell them and they will probably make a fuss about it, but let's not tell them anyways. And I was like, I don't think they'll make a fuss about it, because they were pretty chill about it. Like, they were like, yeah, you can move somewhere else if you want. And they're breaching the contract anyways from their side, so it's fine. But so we started moving, right? We started on the day of the shifting, we started like taking all of our stuff out. And so the person who was talking to us, right, he's somewhere else, and he's like younger, I don't know, apprentice or whatever. He sees us moving our stuff, so he calls him and gives the phone to me. And we have a huge argument about this. Like, you told us that we can move, and you anyways made us move like in 2 days suddenly. Why is it a problem that it first of all, there's no contract, just to be clear. There's never had been any contract. We just pay them and we live there. So they are like, why do you have to move? Like, they are like, you didn't give us a 30-day notice. And we said, neither did you. This went on for a while, and we just left. So that was kind of funny. Um, After we left, we moved in this apartment. We've been living here for like, I don't know, 10 days maybe. And 2 days ago, I was just sleeping on my bed, and I needed a notebook for something. So I started searching for it. Couldn't find it, so I turned on the lights. Under my bed I have a suitcase, and on the top of the suitcase, there's just this cat just sitting there, just laying down, sleeping, chilling. This fat cat, like a huge cat, just soft ball of fur. And my roommate doesn't like cats, and he also especially doesn't like germs and stuff. Like, he's a sort of germaphobe sort of person. And I'm like, I am giddy because I'm happy that the cat is there. Like I have like a huge smile on my face. He's like not really happy about it at all. So I kick the cat out. The cat is also like a gentle, by the way. Like I just pick her up and she just doesn't react at all, and I just put her outside and she just leaves. But I'm like, damn, dude, like it would have been so nice if I could just keep the cat and like, cuddle with her or something. The next day, the cat just shows up again outside the window, and we live on the second floor, so her showing outside the window doesn't really make much sense. But cats, I guess, yeah, it's been really nice. Other than that, I had lunch with a friend. This person, she mistook me for someone else on WhatsApp, and we texted each other. And I asked her for lunch, and she said yes. To my surprise, honestly, because why would you? I don't see a reason. I don't see a reason to say yes to. But she said yes, and we met up, and it was a really nice lunch. I am a bit anxious that I did something weird, which is she asked me to write a note to her, like a handwritten note for like some assignment or something, and I wrote that your voice is beautiful because I was anyways going to say this to her. But the more I think about it, the more that feels weird to me. Like, should I have not done that? And it has been like one day since I haven't. I asked her like on the spot, like, should I not have said this? This is weird, and she told me not to think about it. And after her explicitly saying not to think about it, I've continued to think about it. But otherwise, it went really nice. I enjoyed it a lot. As I said, I've been having a falling out with a friend, so this was a really nice distraction for me. I really needed it, and it uplifted me. I left the lunch really happy. So yeah, I'm not sure if we'll meet again. I'll definitely try to, but I don't really expect it per se, because you know, I don't know why you go for lunch again, because there wasn't any reason in the first place, to be honest. But if that happens, then I'll keep you updated. It was really fun. I do enjoy talking to like some specific sort of people where they are not as they're not like afraid to talk about their thoughts and feelings at all, which have a bad effect on me, because what happens is I am then no longer that afraid to talk about my feelings and stuff, which in turn has the effect of me just saying whatever, because I feel very strongly. Like I'm someone who feels very strongly very quickly towards people. Sometimes it's right, sometimes it's not, and sometimes I have to like spend time balancing it. But I think I also want that sort of a person who, as a friend or otherwise, who can, who understands all of this. And I'm very fortunate that I do actually have a friend who is super emotionally intelligent. It's just we don't get to like talk to each other that often, but otherwise we understand each other very well, I feel. And she is super understanding. I don't know what else to say, because and she seems very experienced in life as well, which is nice for me, because I feel like I'm so young right now. Like I'm 23, and in general I'm very privileged, in the sense like I'm not like I don't come from an economically privileged background by any means, or a good family or anything, but I do have a I was thinking about this the other day. I saw someone with like a physical disability, and I was thinking that I'm pretty lucky to have born in a very capable body, a very capable mind as well. I look decent. I wouldn't say I look good or anything, but I look like pretty decent. It's not like I have any facial disfigurements or anything. Not to say that those people are somehow less likable or anything, but it does affect it does affect you in certain areas of life, and it does affect you. It has the ability to affect you yourself and your self-esteem as well, right? None of those things apply to me because I'm a pretty like normal average looking person. But despite all of this, I do find myself complaining a lot about stuff, which is, sometimes it's right because I can't always just go about saying, oh, I'm privileged, I am, doing good, because that then is, I feel like it makes other people who are going through similar problems, it has the potential of making other people who are going through similar problems as I am feel like their problems aren't justified, which I don't want to, impart on them. But at the same time, I do feel like I should be able to manage a lot of the stuff that is happening to me. Most of my problems come from just severe like loneliness. Not just like loneliness, because I do have like friends who can talk to me, but like, and I don't really understand this still, but someone not, you know, seeing me all the time, someone not understanding my thought process and seeing me. It's hard to explain, but like, not being important in someone's life, I guess, to a high degree, is what bothers me to some degree. I'm not sure why, to be honest. Um, Loneliness, I guess that's the word for it. Um, See, it's not exactly loneliness because I do have friends who I talk to, right, and who will give me the time of the day if I ask them to. But yeah, I'm not sure. It's a weird thing. If you have listened to my audios before, I've always been very confused about this specific part of my life, of my like brain, how it works. I'm pretty sure if I could just take this part out of my head, I would be doing very well, like career wise, because it does like and I don't want to imply that this is what affects my career per se, but I let it. Like, I usually just spend time thinking about this stuff or trying to socialize with people or something. And being an introvert, it's also a little bit more difficult. Also, what I found is I find it really. So, I'm not the kind of person who usually doesn't text someone because I think it's too much. Like, I will text, if you are my friend, I will text you as much as I want to, because I feel like you must know, like, you must have accepted me as your friend, so you must have known this about me. Um, but what I realize is if it's someone new, I will have some restraint because I feel on the internet I can be very unapologetically myself. Like on the internet, if you're choosing to listen to this audio, for example, you're doing it out of your own will. So you have 100% the ability to not listen to me. You can just close this tab or whatever right now and be on with your day. But in real life, it can be a little bit difficult to not have that ability to step back, right? Even on text, because you might see this person some other time. It might be awkward or it might not be as easy as online to have a boundary or something, or like able to separate yourself from certain people, right? If you want a good example of this, is like very, if you have any relatives that you don't really like or you don't like their opinions or anything, it's pretty much impossible to ignore them, right? Because they are part of your family. That's not the case online because you can cut off pretty much anyone anytime you like. So I can be much more myself here. I had to go to grab my lunch. Now I'm back, but I've forgotten what I was talking about. So we are going to make a very, very nice, smooth segue into. Have you seen baby goats? Baby goats are probably one of the most cutest animals I've seen. I know some people don't like goats because they have like rectangular pupils. Sorry if you didn't know that and I just ruined goats for you. But baby goats are so small and so cute. I love cats though. I really do like cats. Cats are very weird sort of creatures because generally speaking, cats are very skittish. They don't really like to be around people. Right. And one of the ways you actually gain a cat's trust is by ignoring it. like giving it space, not trying to be close to it or anything. I feel like I've spent a lot of time around cats and like observing cats, so I have actually a pretty good idea of how cats. Sorry, that was my knuckle cracking. How cats behave, and you can see very distinct behaviors in cats, and you can like tell what kind of cat one cat is versus the other, because female cats for some reason used to. I've seen from what my observation, some female cats will be really really friendly and they will almost never scratch or bite you. One female cat that I've mentioned previously, the mom cat as I used to call her, she was the most gentle cat I've ever seen, and she had barely even touched me with her teeth once. That's it. No scratches or bites ever. That's not to say all female cats are like that. I've had brutal scratches from female cats. One of them, a calico, was playing with me, and I think overstimulated her by scratching her butt, and she just turned around and scratched my hand, and it started bleeding very heavily. So I had to go like rush to the nearest restaurant or something, so I could like wash my hands. Nothing happened, but like just funny. I've gotten scratches from a lot of cats in my life, uh, so I'm used to them. But in general, yeah, I think cats are pretty cool. Um, they're just difficult to. I think you need to understand them first before you get to be friends with them. Unless the cat itself is a domesticated cat, um, but usually it's and of course it's like cat to cat behavior as well, right? Some cats will be skittish no matter what. Some cats will be pretty, they won't have any like sense of self preservation, so they'll just sleep on random houses or something. But in general cats are like very um, I feel like it feels really nice to be chosen by a cat when the cat is starting to trust you slowly. Where in this city, actually, cats are pretty friendly. In my hometown, you can never befriend a cat easily. Most of them are like really feral sort of cats where they will just scratch and bite at you no matter what. Like they don't trust humans at all. And even the ones that are usually are like young kittens, so they don't have much understanding of not hurting people. So they will also scratch and bite you, but this time out of friendliness more than anything. And there's the middle ground where cats don't hurt you, but they just run away every time you come close to them. And no matter what, they'll basically not be friends with you because they're like too scared that you might take them or something. So this city is a nice, like, refreshing change of cats for me, I guess. It's been a while since I've made one of these. I need to, but I do need to like upload this one because I haven't been like I've recorded a couple that I have never just uploaded because I just forget to edit them or something. But I will edit this one. I'm realizing the sound quality of this one probably won't be as good as I want it to be. But oh well, what can I do? I've been watching Severance. So Severance is actually one of my favorite shows. Brit Lauer from that show, she looks so pretty. Her eyes are so big. The other big-eyed person is Ella Purnell from the Fallout show. She's not as big, like eye-wise, but like Brit Lauer. Her eyes are so pretty and big. She has like greenish eyes, I think, and they're so expressive. But B, whoever the director is, I'm forgetting. I actually know the director, like in the sense like I read his name before, but the director knows it. So he uses as many close-ups and shots where her eyes are just prominently visible as possible, and I love him for it because they deserve to be shown properly. Okay, her eyes are just gorgeous. I love eyes. They are like so pretty to look at. Um, Especially if you have, so India, most people will have very like dark brown eyes, which in my opinion look really pretty as well. But because of that, and I think in general, lighter color eyes are not that common. So light green, light blue, stuff like that, right? I also follow. So I started following this comic book artist called Zoe Thorogood, I believe. Just a little bit of like trigger warning for any of her art and stuff because it is usually very creepy and relates to death and stuff. It is a bit like on the um you know sad side, I guess, like tragic side. So just be careful if you do go there. But she has her art is beautiful, by the way. It's like hauntingly beautiful. But she has the brightest blue eyes I've ever seen. And she, for some reason, dyed her hair pink. So now she just looks like a cartoon character, like a anime character or something, just straight out of from a movie or a book. She looks gorgeous as well. Um, but yeah, I like eyes, all eyes. So Severance is a fantastic show. If you haven't seen it, do give it a watch. I will say like there is some gore in it, not much, but there is some gore, and when it is there, it's shown very clearly. But it's not like a severe gore or anything, but it is gore. So just some warning, which is unexpected. I didn't really expect that to be there. But yeah, the first time I watched it, I just skimmed through it because I was like, I want to know what happened. Please just let me know what happens. And then I went and rewatched it like slowly, like scene by scene, and it was, I don't know, it's like fun to rewatch stuff, knowing everything that has already happened, so you can like make certain connections. If the show is well made, then you will from the very first scene have things to see from a different perspective because you would know the spoilers of the story and stuff, right? Waiting for the third season, it is taking an infinitely long time in my eyes, but fine, I guess. Severance is pretty much the only show that I watch. I don't really watch TV series. The other one is Randadan right now. And Spike's Family I used to watch with my sister, but we haven't seen it in a very long time. I'm planning to go back home. This will be like, I think 6 months since I've seen my sister. She's missing me a lot. I think I mentioned this, but what I've done is she is. I feel like from her surrounding, like from her immediate like friends, she has matured a little bit more. So she doesn't find anyone else who she can talk to, who can relate to her. This is the same problem with me. Like I've been told I feel too much. Uh, I don't take that as a bad thing necessarily, although it was said in a sort of bad context. But when I have that sort of thing, right? Like what else? I can't change that. I do feel too much, I agree. But I feel like trying to change that would change who I am as a person, which I don't want to do. I do want to feel a lot because it feels nice. The alternative is it feels bad when that, whatever you were feeling breaks or something. But I think it's part of that. Like I've accepted it long ago as a cyclic self torture or whatever. I think I'll end the audio here, but hope you're doing well. Hope everything has been fine. And Christmas is coming around, so happy early Christmas and see you later. Bye bye.